In other news, a 16-year-old boy is dead after a suspected shark attack in Trelawney. The teen's dismembered body washed ashore the Falmouth fishing village earlier today.
Today, we are going to dive into the heartbreaking story of Jahmari Reid, a 16-year-old Jamaican high school student whose passion for spearfishing tragically led to a fatal encounter with a shark off Jamaica's north coast. The incident happened in August 2024. This shocking tragedy has not only left his family in mourning, but also caused a stir in the local community and started discussions about the safety of the sea and the unpredictable behavior of ocean creatures. Let's cover the entire story from beginning to end and get started with the video.
See fish swimming, I see fish drop beside me. And as prawn drop beside me, I take him myself. I attack him, I beat him. I get a chance to move and me move.
Jahmari Reid was more than just another number in the rare occurrences of shark attacks. He was a lively young man, full of life and dreams, who always had passion and love for the ocean and was skilled as a diver.
It forced me to experience. I about it somewhere else, but no, it forced me to teach as well.
According to his mother, Laverne Robinson, Jahmari grew up in Trelawney, a parish located just east of the popular vacation destination of Montego Bay. He had been fishing in the sea since childhood. The beautiful seaside of Trelawney, with its absolutely pretty waters and rich sea life, had always been Jahmari's playground. He was fascinated by this place.
It's so bad, man. This is what it is still, you know?
In fact, it was a place where he found happiness, adventure, and a feeling of freedom. However, who could have predicted that these same waters would become the backdrop for a heartbreaking tragedy for young Jahmari? On the morning of August 26, 2024, before the sun had fully risen over the Caribbean horizon, Jahmari Reid, a high school student from Trelawney, followed his routine and set out to do what he loved.
Careful, look for the unexpected. Look for the unexpected and don't panic. You can't panic a scene or coward. So you have to have the bravest mind and heart every time. You have to look out for the unexpected. You're in the boat, you're alone. Monsters coming from all around, you don't know where they're coming from. You look at a fish for half pound, but a bigger one you're going to feed him. So that you have to look for the unexpected at sea.
But who knew it would be his last spearfishing trip? Early in the morning, he ventured into the water, which was a routine activity for him. Fishing in these waters, since he was a young boy, spearfishing was not just a hobby for Jahmari. In fact, it was a skill he had developed over the years, and it was a way for him to connect with nature and provide for his family. It was a solo trip, a decision that would later be questioned by many, including his father, Michael Reid. Despite his skills and experience, that day was quite different. As he was diving beneath the water, he had no idea of the danger that was approaching around him. His family, unaware of the situation he was facing, was expecting him to return home, as he always did, thinking about his catches and the beauty of the underwater world. However, as the day turned into night and Jahmari did not come back, concern began to grow among his family and friends. The worry started to intensify as evening approached, and there was still no sign of the young man. His bicycle, clothes, shoes, and phone remained untouched on the beach near the fisherman's village in Falmouth, a silent sign that he planned to return, but a return that would never happen. When Jahmari failed to return home, the community, close like many seaside towns, quickly came together. His family and friends immediately started searching for him. Soon, local fishermen and divers joined in, looking through the waters where Jahmari used to fish. The mood and vibe were different that day, with hope mixed with fear as the hours passed with no sign of the missing teen. Their hearts grew heavier as they searched the area, hoping to find him safe and sound. It was a desperate search, filled with fear and anxiety, each passing hour making their dread even stronger. Finally, on Tuesday, August 27th, the dark reality of the situation emerged. A group of divers discovered something horrible near the fisherman's village. What they found wasn't full of life, but something that would haunt and bring pain to his family for the rest of their lives. The body of the vibrant young man was no longer vibrant. When they recovered his body, they found unmistakable marks of a violent encounter. The shocking sight revealed the terrible truth. Jahmari had been attacked by a shark. His body was found with several severe injuries, including the loss of his head and left arm. The community was left in shock as they confronted the reality of what had happened. Who could have known that the sea he had loved so much had become the stage for an unimaginable tragedy? News of Jahmari's tragic death spread quickly through the community. People gathered at the beach to mourn, their faces reflecting disbelief and sorrow. Fishermen who had worked alongside Jahmari before could not believe the loss of the young life. The sight of Jahmari's remains being brought to shore was a sad scene, one that reminded everyone of the harsh truths of nature's unpredictable brutality. Jahmari's father, Michael, was present when his son's body was found. People shared the heart-wrenching scene of a father breaking down in tears after seeing his young son's body. He expressed, "I can't believe that he went to sea by himself, and that was the outcome. Sad to know, I feel so bad." Jahmari's mother, Lavon, expressed her disbelief that her son had chosen to fish alone. She talked about the innocence and experience of her child. She expressed, "Right now, I don't know what to say. Jahmari has been going to the sea since he was small." The community's sadness was evident as they began to gather and remember Jahmari. They shared stories of his laughter, kindness, and adventurous spirit. Questions started to arise. How could this happen in a place that was so well known to local fishermen and divers? Why did Jahmari go out alone, despite the known risks? And perhaps most importantly, what type of shark was responsible for this attack? A local fisherman, Christopher Reynolds, shared some insight into the issue. According to Reynolds, the group of divers who found Jahmari's body also mentioned seeing a big tiger shark nearby. This sighting matched the nature of the attack, as tiger sharks are known for their strength, size, and capability of causing severe injuries, as happened in this tragic event. The mention of a tiger shark spread fear throughout the community. Tiger sharks are not typically aggressive towards humans, and in fact, are known for being less selective in their feeding habits compared to other species of sharks. An interesting fact about them is that they are often referred to as the garbage cans of the sea due to their willingness to eat almost anything they encounter. As news of the attack spread, it caught the attention of shark researchers and marine biologists worldwide. The International Shark Attack File, administered by the Florida Museum of Natural History and the American Elasmo Branch Society, quickly took note of the incident. Their records showed that unprovoked shark attacks in Jamaica were incredibly rare. Only 3 had been reported since 1749. This is what makes this case unique and important for people to hear about. When news of the tragedy broke, many shark researchers and marine biologists worldwide began investigating the incident. The International Shark Attack File, administered by the Florida Museum of Natural History and the American Elasmo Branch Society, quickly took note of the event. Their records showed that shark attacks in Jamaica are exceptionally rare, with only 3 recorded since 1749. These statistics highlighted the exceptional background of Jahmari's case. In a global context, shark attacks remain an infrequent occurrence. The International Shark Attack File reported 69 confirmed unprovoked attacks worldwide in 2023, resulting in 14 fatalities. While these numbers are tragic for those affected, they are still very small compared to many other dangers that people face in their everyday lives, and are also lower than the numbers from a century ago. After a few days of the tragedy, the local community's sadness began to mix with anger and a desire for revenge. They started to call on the authorities to locate and kill the shark responsible for the attack. This reaction was somewhat understandable in the context of sadness and shock, but it started a debate among marine conservationists and local authorities. Shark experts quickly came to point out that killing sharks is not a powerful method for preventing future attacks. They started to argue that these actions could disturb the delicate balance of marine ecosystems and could even increase the risk of human-shark encounters by changing shark behavior. So instead of killing the sharks, they debated increasing education about sharks' behavior among the people and improving safety measures for those entering the water. When the community was grappling with these issues, more details about Jahmari's life emerged, painting a picture of a young man with a bright future ahead of him. Jahmari was a sharp student at William Knibb Memorial High School, named after the famous British abolitionist. He was preparing for the new school year, which was set to start the following week. His tragic death not only took him away from his family as a beloved son and brother, but also deprived his school and community of a promising young individual. Jahmari's father, Michael Reid, talked to local media about his son's love for spearfishing. With a voice full of sadness and regret, he shared that he had tried to dissuade Jahmari from taking on this risky hobby and going out alone. As the community reflects on this loss, they are also reminded of the need for safety and security in the ocean. Senior fishermen have shared their wisdom, cautioning others to always be aware of their surroundings. Their words resonated deeply with those who knew Jahmari and served as a reminder of the beauty and dangers of the sea. As days turned into weeks, the incident made changes in the community. At first, people were shocked, but then they began to think and look for meaning. The tragedy led to new talks about ocean safety and the importance of respecting marine life. Local schools added lessons about how sharks behave and how to stay safe in the ocean to their classes. They wanted to teach kids about the dangers of sharing the environment with wild animals. The incident also greatly affected the local tourism industry. Falmouth, known for its history and proximity to Montego Bay, is growing as a tourist destination. However, the shark attack raised questions about the safety of water activities in the area. Local tour operators and hotels had to work hard to make visitors feel safe while also implementing new safety measures. Fishermen and community leaders are asking the government to plan something that can keep tourism safe and not harm sea life. They raised questions about the importance of responsible tourism practices that keep both the community and the ocean environment safe. While there were mostly negative aspects of this tragedy, one positive thing that emerged was an increased interest in marine conservation among local youth. Many of Jahmari's friends, inspired by his love for the ocean, began to take a more active interest in marine life and conservation efforts. Local environmental groups reported a surge in volunteers for beach cleanups and coral reef monitoring programs. This rising awareness about the environment started to prompt more discussions about the health of Jamaica's ocean life. Experts explained that maintaining healthy shark populations is also important to keep the balance of the ocean. This opportunity was used to teach people about how sharks work, their role in helping the ocean, and the dangers they face from overfishing and the destruction of their habitats. Marine predators are highly valuable as they help regulate the populations of other marine species. Understanding this balance is essential for fostering a safe coexistence between humans and sharks. After the emotional tragedy of Jahmari's death, the community is still shaken. His family is going through pain and sadness, trying to find a way to comprehend how a routine activity could lead to such a devastating outcome. The absence of Jahmari at family gatherings, school events, and everyday life is still noticeable to his loved ones and has left a void that cannot be filled. Michael Reid and Laverne Robinson face the harsh side of the reality, which is living a life without their beloved son. The sweet memories of Jahmari's laughter, love for life, and passion for spearfishing now remind everyone of what they have lost. The support of the community has been very important during this tough time, as friends and family come together to help and comfort the family. After some weeks passed, the community has finally started the difficult process of healing. People and Jahmari's loved ones held a memorial service for him at his high school, which was attended by hundreds of students, teachers, and community members. Speakers at the service remembered Jahmari not just as a victim of a sad accident, but as a young man who lived life to the fullest, following his passions with excitement and bravery. The incident also started a bigger national conversation in Jamaica about ocean safety and the need for better rules regarding solo diving and spearfishing. Some people wanted stricter regulations on when and where these activities could occur, while others stressed the importance of better education and training for those who participate in water sports. The story of Jahmari Reid is a strong reminder of how unpredictable life, the ocean, and its creatures can be. It portrays the image that nothing in life is promised except death and pain. It teaches us the need for respect, caution, and education when it comes to our interactions with the marine environment. While the tragedy was immensely painful for the community, it also started important conversations about conservation, safety, and our relationship with the natural world. As we end today's episode, we feel a complex mix of emotions: sadness for a life taken too soon, inspiration from a young man's passion, and a new appreciation for the ocean's power and mystery. There's no doubt that Jahmari's story is a tragedy, but it carries important lessons about respect for nature, the value of community, and the strong human spirit in the face of loss. Remember, if you're planning to engage in activities in the ocean, prioritize safety and check for security measures first. Go into the ocean with a friend and inform family or friends about your plans. Educate yourself about the marine life in the area. The ocean is a place of incredible beauty and adventure, but it requires our respect and caution. Thanks for watching. I believe Jahmari Reid's story is a sad reminder of how unpredictable life can be and how important safety is in our oceans. Even though he was taken too soon, his memory will encourage talks about protecting our community and respecting the waters we love. What do you think after hearing about this tragedy? Please share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content. Take care.